It's time. I have put it off long enough. And yes, I do find it weird that me, as someone who loves Sarah J. Maas, has not read Fourth Wing yet. Because the crossover between Sarah J. Maas fans and Rebecca Yarros fans, very high. However, this copy is signed because she was at Supernova Sydney. And so was I. I didn't meet her, though. I just handed my book over to be signed. But anyway, hi, I'm Kat. This is my non-spoilery reading vlog for Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. If you would like the extended spoilery version, please go subscribe to my Patreon. The link is down below. What I know about this book is it is about dragon riders. The main girl's name is Violet. There is a guy named Xaden, and I feel like there's another guy. And there's some enemies to lovers. And like training elements. And that's literally all I know. I have managed to avoid most spoilers. But let's get into it. Wait a second. The following texts have been faithfully transcribed from Navaran to the modern language by blah 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 blah. All events are true and names have been preserved to honor the courage of those fallen. May their souls be commended to Malik. You're telling me this book is like a history book? And at the end of it, everyone's going to die? Excuse me? And I thought there was smut in this. The person who transcribed it, or the person who wrote it down, was describing smut, and now it's in a history book? I would hate that if I was them. Stay the hell away from Xaden Riorson. Here we go. I am loving Violet. And like, I kind of love the way that the exposition about world building just got built into this. Like, she was trained to be a scribe, so as she's walking across the parapet, she's reciting facts about the world to keep herself calm. It's like, thank you for that information. I don't remember any of it, but a good way to do it. Yeah, and this Jack guy, I don't like him. I love the move she pulled on him. She just kept going. So Dane, the best friend from childhood, he seems alright so far, but like, I don't hear of people talking about him too often. Like, is he gonna die? Is he gonna fuck off somewhere? Or like, what happens with him? She said Tuesday. She said just another Tuesday. And now I am spiraling down the, well, if they have Tuesday, they must have the other days of the week, which means they have our week, which means like Thursday, named after Thor. Do they have Thor? She hasn't mentioned Thor before. And if they have our days of the week, do they have our months as well? And like, if so, how do they have July? Did they have Roman emperors? Did Julius Caesar exist in this world? Is this just another version of our world, and which is why they have our days of the week and maybe our months? I can't deal when books mention our days of the weeks or months, because I'm like, how do they have that? Like you'll notice in Sarah J. Maas books, in Throne of Glass and ACOTAR, they don't have our days of the weeks, they don't have our months, they don't have our holidays. In Crescent City they do though. There is a reason for that. I'm 100 pages in now. I'm very much enjoying myself. And like, she's smart. Violet is very smart, which is what's keeping her alive so long, because she's like not physically tough because of, is it a chronic illness, or she's just the way she is. Okay, I am almost 200 pages in, so a lot happened in that last 100 pages. Whew. What have we got on my notes? Okay. So there was the gauntlet thing that people talk about, and that was just like Ninja Warrior mixed with Wipeout, mixed with the course in The Witcher that the witches use, and then we see all the dragons, and I love them all. Rhiannon, I love her, and she's like the voice of the reader, essentially. And I really hope we get to keep her. And the boys. That we need to get this love triangle, throw it out. Like, we know where this is ending up, so let's hope we don't have to stick up with all of this with a love triangle, because I don't want that. But yeah, I am very much enjoying this. Everyone who said I'd enjoyed it is correct. I am on like page 300-ish now, and so many things. If you want all of my thoughts, go subscribe to my Patreon. Book tier and over. I have no idea what I said in the last clip, but I love Andana. She is the cutest. Cutest little dragon. And you know, there are things happening with the romance. The walls are coming down. Consent is brought up. Love that. And Violet is just like, she's a good person. Like, I know that she's literally like fighting every week in class, but like, she hasn't killed anyone. She's a good person. I'm on page 400 now. Almost done. And I am enjoying myself so much. Let's see what's happened since I last checked in. Xaden is like, his walls are starting to come down, and loving that. We got to see Mirror again, thank God. And a quote that I love from Tan: just because your body is built differently than the others doesn't mean you don't deserve to keep your seat. Yes! Like, Violet is chronic illness disability rep, because like, her body is just not built as strongly as others. And yes, like, I mean, you'd think they'd all have saddles to begin with anyway. Like, you have a saddle when you ride a horse, why wouldn't you have one when you are flying on a dragon, which, you know, if you fall off a dragon, you're dead. But yes, having accommodations to help you do your job, which, you know, riding the dragon is her job, does not make you any less. It just, you know, levels the playing field. And the romance is continuing. I love them. They're like very well suited for each other as well. I half finished the book. So much happened in those last 100 pages, because it's pretty close to being exactly 500 pages. Yeah, it's 498. Yeah, I loved it. And there was just so much like happening, but also like, should have seen it coming. So like, I knew certain things, but then there's a big like bombshell at the end, and I knew something like that was going to happen. I just didn't guess it until it was told to me. I was just too focused on the romance happening instead. So good misdirection. Like, I love the romance in this so much. I have no idea how fast things are going to move in the next book. Next book is huge. And I love the friendships too. Like, the friendships felt real from like the moment that Violet stepped on the parapet and helped Rhiannon. Even the friendships with the dragons. Like, I love the dragons so much. And I read the acknowledgement at the end too, and Rebecca has connective tissue disorder, which must be like what Violet has. They just don't have a word for it in this world. And I love that she's bringing part of her into the character. And also, Rebecca has 6 kids. That's so many. 6 kids. I couldn't even handle 1 right now. And she handles 6 kids and a husband and connective tissue disorder and writes these mammoth books. Damn. But at least I don't have to wait to find out what happens next. So let's go. Book 2. I just got in from walking home. My God, it's windy. It's been windy for like the past week, and we had like cyclone level winds. Like last night, I swear my windows were gonna give out, but because the wind was going in like one particular direction, they couldn't classify it as like a cyclone or anything like that. But anyway, we're about 150 pages into Iron Flame. Still very much enjoying it. I have less thoughts about it overall than I did the first one, because like, we're not, you know, entering a new world. I'm like familiar with it now. Still love Violet. I love her dragons. Xaden's where it's at. Violet and Xaden are both too stubborn for their own good though, so one of them needs to give. And this is Like, it's very much equal parts political fantasy as it is romance, and I'm enjoying that. There is screaming coming from one of the other apartments, and I'm pretty sure it's a TV. And it sounds like a fight. And you know what? That sounds like Lestat. It sounded like Lestat from Interview with the Vampire screaming, "I heard your heart's dancing!" So if they're watching Interview with the Vampire, I need to become friends with them. I don't know what direction they're in though, because everything echoes around here. Yeah, I finished the book. Yeah. I have a lot of words and not a lot of words at the same time. A lot happened. I have a lot of feelings. I didn't cry. Now I have to wait 4 months for the next book, which I don't know where I'll order from. But yeah, I'm loving this series. It's not as high up yet as like Sarah J Maas, Rochelle Mead is for me, because I bawled through those books. Like I felt things so intensely. These ones haven't quite reached there yet, but they're high up. Maybe like Cassie Clare level, because Cassie Clare's like right under those. I stopped filming for this YouTube vlog for this one very early on, because I was like, I can't tell you what I'm feeling without there being spoilers, but I felt a lot of things. I had a lot of notes, like a lot of notes, because a lot happened. And there's 3 more books to come. Look at the size of that. And there's 3 more books to come. And I'm just kind of stressed about how it's going to go. Because if it was a Sarah J Maas book, I know it would end happy because she loves happy endings. I don't know what type of endings Rebecca likes. So I don't know where she's going to take us. If she likes a happy ending or if she's just going to burn it all down. But if you do want to see all of my reactions, head over to my Patreon and you can join the Stars or the Fire Hearts tier, and you will have access to my full, I don't even know how long it is yet, but the last clip I filmed for it was 8 minutes long, so it's going to be a long vlog full of spoilers and all of my thoughts and all of my feelings. And thank you for watching this one. If you are also excited for book 3 or just need book 3, let me know down below. If you just want to let me know you are here, leave a dragon or 2 emoji down below. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe